Well, the Justice Secretary, Ken Clarke, announced today changes to sentencing in England and Wales, all designed to cut the prison population by around 3,000. It's led to accusations that the government is going soft on crime. There'll be tougher community punishments and shorter sentences for those who plead guilty early. Mr Clarke said he will provide extra help for prisoners with addiction problems to help prevent reoffending.
The present criminal justice system falls short of what is required. Around half of offenders released from prison reoffend within a year. Reoffending rates for young offenders sentenced to custodial or community sentences are even worse. It's not acceptable, Mr Speaker, that three-quarters of offenders sentenced to youth custody reoffend within a year.
Mr Clarke also announced there would be a greater use of tagging and curfews while more foreign prisoners will be sent home. The Shadow Justice Secretary, Sadiq Khan, told the Commons the changes were being driven by cuts.
This sentencing review is a wasted opportunity. Sentencing policy should be about dealing with offenders in the right way to protect the public. But this review has been about trying to reduce the prison population in order to cut costs.
Travel news on the way. Let's bring in Christopher Stacey from Unlock. They're the National Association for Ex-Offenders based in Kent. Christopher, good to have you with us.
Good afternoon, Dominic.
What do you make of Mr Clarke's proposals here?
Well, I haven't had the chance to read them in great detail because they've only actually been published on their website for the last half an hour, so I apologise for that. But in terms of the rhetoric in the last couple of months since the coalition government have come into power, I think it's a great opportunity to actually look at what we do in the criminal justice system with people who break the law. I think it's clear that over the last 10 years or so, the increasing use of imprisonment hasn't been in direct relationship with the level of crime, and there's been a general sense that more prison is what is needed.
Kenneth Clarke.
When in fact what we actually need to do is reduce reoffending, and that's what Kenneth Clarke is trying to do, I believe.
And he seems to want to offer halved sentences to those who admit guilt. Is that right?
I believe he's looking at doing that. I think obviously the motives within government as to why they're doing this may not be the reasons why we would want to see better, more effective sentences. It may well be a cost-cutting exercise, but for us, if that's the reason why they do it, it's irrelevant so long as they make changes. I think that the important thing to try and do with people who break the law is yes, punish them, but also address the issues that led to why people committed crime. We believe fully in trying to allow people to lead crime-free lives in the future. Not everybody will take that opportunity, and some people, no matter what you do, will continue to commit crime. And for those people, for those who have committed serious sentences, then they deserve to be in prison.
Ken Clarke suggested that prisons don't work. I'll ask you the question, do they? Before I say that to you, you hear that, you give me the answer. The statistics seem to back him up. Of those offenders given a community punishment or sent to prison, 74% convicted of another crime within 9 years, according to The Guardian back in November 2010.
I don't think Kenneth Clarke is actually saying that prison doesn't work. I think what he's saying is prison is there for a certain type of person. I think for a lot of people, prison isn't the right place for them. They have many issues, mental health problems, drug issues, alcohol issues, and anybody who has been in a prison will tell you that that is not the best place to address those issues. For people who have committed serious offences, then yes, they deserve to be in prison. But for people who have other issues that need to be addressed to stop them reoffending, and I think everybody would agree that what we try to do with our criminal justice system is to stop further victims of crime, and to do that what we have to do is have sentences that actually address those issues.
Thanks for being with us. Christopher Stacey from Unlock, the National Association there of ex-offenders based in the county of Kent.